Okay, so I wanted to do a video that is loving, but at the same time really awkward and weird. Now, in Revelation, there's this thing, because of all this stuff that they have or whatever, there's people's eye colors that change almost into this like a kind of golden brown, if you want to call it, because people keep rolling fives in the Church of Thyatira, which is the fifth church, which kind of feeds the same thing. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't things we can do about it, and I'm not saying that sometimes it's like really true greediness that has really put this like, let's see if we can make them do it type stuff up there. That's why I was like, man, I got another colonial I see just talking to, and there's another one that is Hazel, and Hazel I'm not gonna probably meet, but the, the Hazel one still likes my mandrake about something. Now, this thing that happens to them is kind of like they end up kind of judging, because some of them are really really nice, and and even it could have been really really nice, but if it's really festering that it's going to happen again, like they sort of sometimes start off as a competing thing about it because it's scary, and it's like this weird thing that happens where their eye color changes to this kind of goldy whatever, and I was like, well, my eye color is yellow. Yellow as fuck. And it's a joke, but it's not really supposed to be a joke. It does happen. That's why when it starts getting shifty like that, people start liking the Marilyn Manson thing. And then, like I talked with my mom, so is it Dorothy Dandridge? And it was Dorothy Dambridge. And she was like, no, her name, Dorothy Dandridge was a singer, and it was Judy Garland. I was like, nah, I bet you her name was Dorothy Dambridge that they were doing. And you're not, okay, all right, bye. Anyway, so I'm not trying to cause anyone pain or suffering, and I love my ex, and I just called my sister, who's got hazel eyes. I just said, I love you. I told my dad that I loved him. And I don't think that necessarily makes my exes gay, or any of my exes gay, just because I had to like say that I loved my dad just so it wouldn't just end up being one of those in the middle of the sea with the D-Dam thing. And I don't believe it's going to happen to my ex, because my ex didn't have any kids, but that thing was running around for a while about it. And then I saw that Emily Blunt's going to do another Quiet Place 2, and I couldn't even get through the movie. I couldn't get through to the part where she was about to have another baby and them things were out there. I just couldn't picture it crying. And then they expressed it with a TikTok video where kids were dancing in the bathroom. And there's nothing, no hatred or anything like that, but I think something was happening where they were like doing it. Now, if you really want the truth, there's this one where it's a snail. It starts off really, really slow. And the only thing that I found that snail at actually was like some sort of, artistic video of a snail, and it tells that Peter, but he's definitely not in Brazil, and he's somewhere very like green, like really, like it looks like, like really north, like maybe even north of here, but just very green, to fall asleep. But then they would do the thing where they switch it, and they would tell I'll be quite honest with you, they thought John was actually a person to wake people up. They would try to kill John. But if it was like a James too, they would try to like fall asleep. Okay? Keep that in mind.